getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, what's happening? Happy Friday. Good afternoon and welcome. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score, the 100.7 The Score mobile app, and yours on television, Fox 34 News Now, YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV. Tons of ways to take us in, however you're doing so on this Friday. We are thrilled you've chosen to make us part of yours. Alongside Matt Estenson, who we get for the whole three today, don't we?
The whole three.
What a treat.
What a treat.
I'm Chois Woodman. Lucas White across the way, hanging out with us. We don't have you for the whole three, right?
No.
Okay. I was like, we're not so
Do you
lucky.
want to hang out with us for the full three?
You can, if you want. I think Ben will be along in a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll get into all sorts of thoughts. We would love to have your thoughts, your comments, your questions, whatever you got. Bring them all in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through the 100.7 The Score mobile app and 100.7thescore.com. Take that app anywhere with you, even if you're listening in out in Hurt, Virginia, which is where Virginia Tech fans are right now. That wasn't a shot at you, Lucas.
Seemed like it.
Just feeling with you. We got a whole heap to get into over the next 3 hours as the Red Raiders get ready for Brigham Young tomorrow in what is the most important or biggest or one of the biggest, label it however you want to. It's a enormous game coming up, and my excitement level has ballooned massively as this week has gone along. Just seeing everything combined with this, Matt, is crazy. Seeing the videos from last night at Raiderville, just the buzz is it's palpable right now, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But as Coach McGuire says, that fun goes away if you don't make it about the football. So
I feel like it's like an about time moment. Like it's about time the national media has given
we've been here
the flowers. And I know that's too early. Season's not over.
Yeah.
Can't just win this game and call it quits. You can't just call it quits now. But like that's what it feels like. It feels like finally the eyes are on the Red Raiders.
Right. I mean, I sat there and listened through the Pat McAfee interview with Joey McGuire a little bit ago, and McAfee and all his guys around him are just in shock because they're discovering Texas Tech and Joey McGuire in these moments in the last few days, and they're like, "Holy cow, this looks amazing!"
Yep.
So it's exactly what you're talking about, giving them the flowers. That's a young people term.
Yeah,
I mean, look at you,
I know.
channeling
No.
with your inner young people. But we've got plenty to talk about. We'll get into the game itself because this is a big game. The line has ballooned even more. 11.5 is at least what I saw this morning. So people are expecting Texas Tech to win this game.
Making me feel better.
You more than anybody else as far as your line goes. But this is a really good football team. Has been a really good football team that you're going up against. No, I don't think they're to the caliber of the Red Raiders, but you still got to come out and play well to get a win on Saturday morning. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait. We got a lot of other stuff going on as well. George Strait, anybody? Some big news.
How old is he now?
Guess without having
yeah,
any
just
idea,
just
72.
70s.
That would be my guess. Now we're going to Google it.
And he's coming to Lubbock in April, correct?
Correct. They
Okay.
officially announced it this morning. And he will be doing a concert at Jones Stadium. 73 is actually his age, so not too far off. You don't strike me as a big country music guy.
That's kind of rude.
I'm just saying.
Why? What about me strikes that? Like, you can just be honest. What, the sleeve?
The sleeve, yep.
So country artists don't have any tattoos?
Well, bro country does, but not like...
You don't think George or Garth or Brooks and Dunn maybe have a hidden one under?
Is that why he always wears the long sleeves? That's
you don't think nobody's got one like hidden?
Are you a country fan?
No.
I didn't think so. I'm like, you're sitting here getting... Why? Why are you judging me like that?
Now, I will say...
I just made up the sleeve. That has nothing to do with it.
I will say on the app I listen to on Spotify, I do listen to a lot of country. There's a country music mix that I play all the time now. Like just going on walks and stuff, just kind of relaxing. But no, that's not. I don't really listen to a lot of music though in general. Like I am definitely more of just sports.
Talk.
Usually in the car,
podcasts,
my daughter's got something going on.
Baby
and
Shark.
my wife has this thing that she can't have two things going on at the same time. Like it drives her insane. So a lot of times I just have to mute the radio, which drives me insane. But in marriage, you just do as you're told.
Well, that's the truth.
So. And then I'll even put like a earpiece in and try to listen to music. And then she's like, well, that's dangerous. Well, it's lose-lose. I don't know what you want me to do.
Sort of, yeah. So, it's a Friday. We're together, so we'll do a little pick'em action coming up in 30 minutes or so. We'll get into some of the best matchups. This is actually a fairly weak college football weekend. There's not just a ton of great...
For the Big 12, it is definitely weak, but
this is one of the weaker ones in college football.
There's some matchups.
There's some decent ones, but we don't have as many ranked versus ranked matchups.
No.
There's a reason College Gameday is here in Lubbock. Because
don't say that. Don't discredit us.
I'm saying you didn't have to compete with the SEC a whole lot this week in some big matchups there.
I mean, A&M and Missouri is a pretty big game.
I'm not discrediting us. I'm discrediting ESPN.
Discrediting the schedule this week.
But I'm saying ESPN wouldn't have had the stones to come to Lubbock if they've got a big SEC
If LSU
game.
was in the top 15, would they be there?
They'd be in
LSU, Alabama?
I think they've actually been to Bama already this year, so probably not.
Okay.
Had they not been, then that's an automatic for those. But I think what you're doing this weekend, and it has to end in a win. But I think the videos, the hype, the social media, the parties going on at Raiderville, all of this stuff, Pat McAfee getting to experience it in person, Nick Saban coming here in person. I think this will all pay dividends for you in the future. I don't think you're going to have a 17-year gap between game day.
How many recruits do we have coming to this game?
A lot. There will be a lot of big-name recruits. Some of your commits already, but also some guys you're still trying to land. So,
is it including your defensive lineman out of Cedar Hill and Kavian Bryant, who recently committed?
I can't remember who all was on the list. I can't remember if they were on the list this weekend.
Or Guyton.
I know you're hoping.
I don't know. I'd have to go look at the list, but I know that
I'm hoping all of them
extensive.
will be here.
I know you're hoping that Kelsey and Swifty come with Mahomes, right? I know that's you
Swifty,
told me
God
off air
forbid.
that you were hoping.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No.
You don't look like a Swifty fan. There's just something about I don't know what it is.
What?
You get Swift here, it's going to be a circus. It's not the conversation's not going to be about football anymore if that were the case.
I don't think they are going to I don't think
not
that
showing up
those
with the
two are
Mahomes
gonna
family.
show up. I think there's still a question if Andy Reid might show up, but we'll see. It's a possibility.
Okay.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Thrilled to be part of your Friday afternoon. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 Score mobile app. Chois, Matt, Ben in the First United Bank studio. Y'all keep those thoughts coming in. We'll get some of yours here shortly. It's Friday. Matt's in the studio. That means we pick games. Let's start in the top 25. There's some, as we talked about, some snoozers in the Big 12. So we'll start out in the top 25, and we're going to start out with the Missouri Tigers hosting Texas Agricultural and Mechanical University. You get to go first, Matt. Who you got?
Gosh, A&M is good, but feeling salty today. Let's go Missouri. Let's go
All right.
Tigers.
I like
Cause
it.
a little chaos.
I am rooting for your pick. I'm not going to pick the same.
I figured you wouldn't.
I'll-
Actually, let me back that up. I can't. I
No,
can't
do it.
I can't. I just thought I can't.
Why?
Tarleton is an affiliation of A&M.
my gosh.
I can't.
We have some Tarleton news we'll get to later.
Yeah, let's go with A&M.
Fine.
Sorry.
Ben?
Same here, road test for the Aggies, but I think they pull it off.
Yeah.
I forgot.
They look legit at this point, unfortunately. All right, let's move to another interesting one. New coach on the sideline. Auburn at Vanderbilt. Vandy coming off of a loss to the Longhorns. Really disappointed a lot of people last week.
Let's go Auburn for the upset.
Okay. Sometimes the new coach thing, the interim works. I'll take Pavia and Vandy.
Yeah, interim coach can work, but with Hugh Freeze's departure, I don't see Auburn climbing out of this anytime soon. So Vandy.
I just got told don't flip flop.
Don't flip-flop. Politician
Can't
Matt
help
over
it.
here.
Can't help it.
All right, Oregon at Iowa. Last non-Big 12 game.
I'll go with Oregon.
Oregon for Matt. I will also go Oregon. There's a lot of people that are picking Iowa in this game.
Give me the Ducks.
I figured all of us would be on the
Duckies there.
Duckies.
I get it. All right, moving to the Big 12 Conference. Thriller here. Kansas and Arizona. It is pretty important as far as bowl games. That either one of these teams
Yeah,
can get bowl eligible with a win.
I've got Arizona.
Okay. I will take the home team as well.
Yeah. If that was flipped, if they were in Kansas, I would take Kansas. That's kind of where I stand with that one.
Okay.
Not only am I picking, but I'm also rooting for Arizona
Okay.
after the fiasco that happened here. We all
yeah.
know that.
Clint is happy that we all three
picked Arizona.
sweeped Arizona there, so he thinks this is some sort of college game day thing. No one saved the graphic.
Yeah.
We have no graphic.
We don't ever know what Clint's doing. So
He does just make faces at
he
us
just
through
walks
the
back
window
and forth
lots of
and does-
times.
Yeah.
He's probably holding on to stuff, trying to keep it secure in his arms, making sure it doesn't get punched out by the next person in this building.
Fair
If
enough.
you know, you know.
Fair enough. Houston plays at UCF tonight. Meant to do that one first, but who you got?
UCF.
UCF. All right. This is only a 1.5 point line. Houston looked
It's a coin flip.
dismal last week. I think they bounce back in a big way. I'll take the Cougs.
Texas Tech looked dismal against the Sun Devils. I can see Houston getting a page from the Red Raiders book and bouncing back in the fashion they did against Oklahoma State. Give me the Cougs.
All right, one more Big 12. Well, before the Red Raiders. Colorado at West Virginia. These are two of the bottom feeders of the league.
Keep riding with who I went. Give me Colorado.
Colorado. I knew you were going to do that. I'll take the home team.
New quarterback starting for Colorado.
It could work. Absolutely.
It can't get any worse.
You are absolutely
It
right.
cannot get
the
worse.
last couple of weeks, it cannot
So-
get worse for Colorado. Yes.
We'll see.
Okay. I'll take West Virginia.
Team Prime.
You
we
go
go.
Colorado too? Wow.
Look at that. Appreciate that, Ben.
Wow. I did not know I'd be on Mountaineer Island. Is that even a thing? I
It
guess
is
there's
now.
mountains on islands.
Hey, John Denver was a Texas Tech student.
Word.
There you go.
Talking about country roads.
All right, let's go. We don't do a lot against the spread. We're going to go this one against the spread. Texas Tech hoops tonight against Sam Houston, minus 26.5. We do not know.
Under.
We
Under.
don't know
Under.
who's playing.
They will not cover.
Okay. So he's got Sam Houston
Cover
to
the
cover,
spread. Yeah.
obviously. I'll take the Red Raiders to cover. I think they win by 30.
Okay.
Red Raiders with the 7 guys they played on Tuesday night.
I think you're going to see Toppin back tonight. So we'll see. I have no inside info. How about a couple of NFL games? Squeeze in there. There are no Cowboys or Chiefs playing this weekend. So I'm going to give you one of the ugliest games out there. The Texans host the Jaguars.
Oh, my gosh, dude. What a terrible game. I'll take Jacksonville because C.J. Stroud's been ruled out already.
Okay. I will be stupid and take the Texans and their defense.
I mean, they have a legit chance. Jacksonville is no.
I know. This is like, who's watching this game? I'll watch the score. That's all.
I'm a Texas homer. Give me the Houston Texans.
Okay.
Well, the one thing that game has going for it is last night's game was so bad to watch.
10-7. Right? That was the score, right?
Yeah. And the Broncos won. That is Jamie's AFC team.
They've got to find an offense. I know they're the only team that has 8 wins right now, but goodness.
That doesn't last though in the playoffs.
No.
He'll get beat up and lit up.
There's got to be an offense that's somewhere along the way.
Yep.
How about the Monday night football game, Eagles at Packers? This one actually is a pretty good matchup.
Packers have just not looked the same in the last few weeks. Give me the Eagles.
I'll take the Pack.
Go, Pack, go.
And finally, the game at hand tomorrow. You can stick with your score from earlier this week, or you can change it because we're allowed to do so. Texas Tech at BYU at Texas Tech.
I'm staying.
So that is a 45.
I thought about
17.
dropping 42-17.
Okay,
but I'm gonna ride 45.
Let it
Give
ride.
me the extra field goal.
I'll stick with mine. Red Raiders 31-13.
Sticking with mine too. Red Raiders 38, BYU 21.
I don't know what.
You guys got to get more hyped.
I mean, his is a pretty big spread. I'm the smallest on that group, right? No, I guess it's about the same for you and me. Yours
40 points is coming tomorrow.
Because you said 31-13.
Yeah, so mine's an 18-point line and yours is a 17-point line, and yours is huge.
Clip it.
Don't clip that. Don't clip that. No need. All right, we'll revisit these next week. See how we do. It's the bottom line. Keep those thoughts coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Someone says Johnny Cash hurt. I guess I said hurt Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Cover of 9 Inch Nails is great. Hopefully that's what Tech does to BYU versus what San Angelo Central did to Friendship last night. Ouch. Yeah, that is a great song. Fantastic song. My cynical Tech fan side is gnawing at me. That's from Clay. I totally get it. Everybody understands it. Someone says, tell me what happens if we lose. This morning, Sneeden Chuckles said we have to win. What are the repercussions if we lose? Nobody has said anything. I doubt anything changes. Can't go more all in, so that won't change. Not firing Joey McGuire, so that won't change. Tell me if we lose, things change less than more. So what I was saying was you're getting all this national respect. You're getting all this attention this weekend. If you want that to hang around, if you want them to take you seriously, if you want to be in these preseason conversations next year, when they're right there, when they're seeing it with their own 2 eyes, you need to perform when you've got the opportunity. Because these chances don't come up that often to play in games like this, or haven't at least. So you've got all the hype surrounding this game. That's part of it. The other part is taking care of the business on the field.
Yeah, there's a lot that factors in if you don't win. And I'll give you mine on the other side of the break.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's Friday afternoon on the Bottom Line. 100.7 The Score mobile app. Here's Matt. Been with you this afternoon. Keep those comments rolling in. We'll take score predictions. Pour them in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. I want to know what you think the score will be in the Texas Tech and Brigham Young game this weekend. I say this weekend. tomorrow, like about 22 hours away from now. Did you see the huge news? Yours is huge. Gosh dang it. Did you see the huge news?
Sure. What news are you talking about?
College Gameday, shockingly,
Just making sure.
announced Pat Mahomes is the guest picker tomorrow.
Okay. That is huge.
It is huge, but I mean, the most telegraphed news we ever have seen.
Yeah.
Everybody knew that's who it would be, but still pretty cool.
Yeah.
I honestly think this is getting into the
Crazy stuff.
conspiracy a little bit, not crazy. I do think Game Day, their decision to come here was partially predicated on that.
On him being on a bye week?
On him being on a bye week, on them knowing he was going to be in town, that they basically knew they could get him as a guest picker.
No.
You don't think their decision?
It's easy to get. Okay, here's the thing. Conspiracy theories are easy to get, like, to intertwine and tangle, but there's no way that was their deciding factor. Because
I think it contributed. I didn't say it's the deciding factor. I think it was a contributing factor of, like, if they're sitting there split between, hey, we can go to Columbia, Missouri, and have the Missouri A&M game, or we can go to what's the other?
Let me put it this:
Iowa hosting Oregon. We could go to those, but
if Tech was a 3-loss team right now, would they be here?
No. I think if they lost last week, they wouldn't.
Yeah. So,
but I also think it's something that could tip the scales on if they were having decisions to be made between those other games that were ranked matchups in this one.
I don't think there was, as you said earlier, the schedule was so soft this week. For college football in general, I don't think there was a decision that would have that being a weighing factor. I think that it would have.
I mean, think about it. This is going to be blasphemy to some, but I mean, there's still fanboys over on that College Game Day set. They're famous people. Nick Saban's the greatest college coach ever, and he's over there. But there's still fanboys.
Yeah.
And yeah, you got Nate Bargatze on a couple weeks ago, which was I like him a lot. I'm a big fan of his. You get Jelly Roll picking. You get some of these other people who are celebrities, but you're literally talking about the greatest football player on the planet right now in Patrick Mahomes. I'm saying right now, currently. Yeah. I mean, who you going to put someone else ahead of him?
Their record does not show.
That's fine.
It's a team sport, Matt.
Yeah, it is.
Bo Nix? No, I'm just kidding.
Like, we're really going to go to there? We're going to do that? No.
Drake May?
I'm saying if you're ESPN guys and you're getting to be in on these conversations and Michael Jordan is going to be your guest picker,
yeah.
It's like,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's going to tip the scales for me. Like, we got a chance to possibly be in Columbia, Missouri, or go hang out in Chapel Hill with MJ. I think I'm going to do the MJ thing.
Yeah. No, I got it. I mean, and you're right. I mean,
Pat Mahomes is the face of the NFL.
He's the face of the NFL.
He is, and has been basically since Brady left. So
last time Game Day was here, they had the all-time winningest coach in NCAA basketball, men's basketball history. So
they did.
You're going from Bob Knight to Pat Mahomes. Tell me that's not a home run.
You had a great moment out of Bob Knight too. I mean, it was a lot of fun. So there's a lot of iconic stuff. We got to get the double shotguns in Pat McAfee's hands, right?
Yeah.
While he's standing on the chair.
I mean, come on. We got to get the double shotguns in his hands. That'd be a lot of fun. Someone says y'all couldn't get Saban to come by. That's from Big Huey. He didn't text me back.
I would have passed.
I don't even know if that was Nick Saban I was texting. This one says Texas Tech 37, BYU 21 from Pepsi Man. We'll take it. Whatever way it comes. Another one says, just saying you can't say have to win without an ideological suggestion of if you don't because it's a possibility. I get tired of the have to with no continuation of ramifications. Just don't say it if say it, if think little, if anything changes, if we lose.
So
I'm just reading your text.
Yeah, and I think that goes back to what we were saying before the break. There is a lot on the line.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of just getting a loss. It's everything you said.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to get to your point on this.
Well, it's fine because that's what they're saying. This game means more to Texas Tech than I will say. Last time I was on the show, the 08 game, but this means more.
Yeah.
You have recruits that you've never had a chance of chasing your recruit class. You've got NIL that is feeding college sports these, in today's world and landscape that you're competing with. And while that is a factor for these kids, so is going to a program where they have a chance to win. So everything that you have is built on this week. If you lose, that all these recruits that are here could be like, well, that made my decision for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go here now because they proved once again, historically, Texas Tech struggles to kind of maintain relevancy. So, and not only that, if you lose, there's the chance that your season is you didn't live up to the expectations that everybody's thinking now. You are a top team in the country.
Yeah.
And it's games like this that defy those top teams where they're able to establish. When Alabama lost, to start the season, that's what makes Alabama is who they are, is because they rebounded and now they are sitting in the top 5. Again, they're the highest rated one-loss team in the country, and they deserve to be where they're at. But that's what they do because they're a top program. That's what you're hoping to establish, is that one loss to Arizona State didn't defy you. You are a top team in the country. This means everything to Texas Tech.
And I will respectfully disagree with the texter. It is a have to win.
Yes.
It is a have to. And by have to, I'm saying if you are going to take that step as a program to go from a mid to upper Big 12 team to a true national power, and I'm not saying you're Alabama's level or anything like that, but if you're in national championship conversations, you have to win. You have to win. Literally, you're talking about your path to a Big 12 championship, and whereas the Big 12 championship is your conduit to the college football playoff. You've got to win this game to get there, to basically guarantee that you get there with winning the other games as you're supposed to on the other side of it. But yes, tomorrow is a must-win, and I guarantee you Joey McGuire would say the same thing. He would say the exact same thing. It is a must-win if you're getting this program where you want this program to be.
Yeah, and this isn't a game that determines if Joey stays or leaves or gets fired. It's not a game like that, like must-win like that. It's not a must-win or all the starters are looking for jobs next year kind of thing, but it's a must-win for this program, and it's a must-win for really the entire city of Lubbock. That's what we are treating this game as. The pressure that is on Texas Tech has never been like this. If you look at older Big 12 times, this is what Texas and OU had every single week when they were a top team in the country, which was almost every year when they dominated the Big 12.
Sure.
Every game was a must-win for them. And that's what now Tech is stepping into. They are stepping in to try to be the top team in the Power 4 conference for years to come, not just a one-year wonder where, like you said, 17 years later, we're like, oh, we're here again.
Right.
This is going to be every year.
You're trying
but
to
it's
establish
games like
something.
this that you're trying to establish that routine.
Absolutely. So I think, you said it. It's a must-win for establishing what you're trying to build. It's not a must-win as in people are going to get fired or anything like that. But you're trying to get there. You're trying to get there. And this game is huge with that. You talked about that pressure. Yes, there's never been more pressure on Texas Tech to win, but you've never been built to withstand pressure as well as you are right now as well.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Yours on television. Fox 34 News now. I know. YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, 950 on your AM dial. Lots of ways to take us in. However you're doing so, we are glad that you've chosen to make us part of your Friday afternoon. A thrilling Friday in the LBK. Alongside Matt Estenson. No, don't adjust your television set. He is still here, hanging with us all three today. I'm Chois Woodman, Ben Poorman back behind the glass. Y'all keep those comments rolling in. I'll get back to more of those here in just a little bit. But you can take that mobile app anywhere you'd like to, even listen in if you're out in chilly Wisconsin. Seems fitting. Heard a Red Raider from Wisconsin on the Red Raider football with Joey McGuire coach's show last night. Cole Wisniewski, he's a Wisconsin guy.
Okay.
He definitely has the accent. Skylar Gale Howard, also a Wisconsin guy, does not have the accent, but Wisniewski is one of the most underrated players, I think, on your defense. Because I think there's a lot of guys that rack up the stats, and he's one of your tackling leaders. But because you don't get a ton of chances at interceptions, because you don't get a ton of throws against your defensive backs, most of the throws against your defense have been short to intermediate throws this year.
It's because they're running for their life.
Because quarterbacks are running.
Getting pressured.
Because there's pressure, yeah. You just haven't had a lot of shots at picks. You've had a few, and you've come through on some. But you haven't had many deep throws where safeties can go get it this year. Cole Wisniewski's been amazing against run fits. He's been phenomenal. I mean, he had several tackles for loss a week ago against Kansas State. And for a safety to do that, you got to be pretty disciplined in your gap. So I think you've got a lot of I think your defense is so well-rounded. And that's what I keep leaning on when I talk about this football team this year. So you can have slow starts. You can have lesser offensive days. There will not be a game that you're not in this year. I don't care if you're playing Alabama. I don't care if you're playing Ohio State. I don't care what point in the college football playoff you're in. This isn't a team that will go into any game and get blown out because your defense is that good. Yep. And that applies to tomorrow as well. Your Bear Bachmeier will face the best defense by a lot that he's faced this year. And I know Utah's a really good defense, but Utah saw Texas Tech, and there's a gap there between those two.
Yeah.
So
another stat to point out is that Tech is, if not the nation's leader, then at least within the top 10 in explosive play rate. Like they have a lot of explosive plays on offense, and their defense allows probably the least, if not top 5 in that category as well. So it's sound that your point on, I don't care if they're playing Ohio State or the Alabamas of the world, like it's reasonable that they can stay in those games of that magnitude as well. So your point is valid when you said I don't care if they're playing the blue bloods of the college football world, because Tech defense is something that you haven't had probably ever.
This from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Choice, stop crying about ESPN conspiracies. This was clearly the best game for game day. It's not even close. You're right. It was the best game for game day. ESPN conspiracies are more than real. They're not conspiracies. ESPN is literally in bed. That's the wrong use of literally, but I do it for my guy Ty. They're in bed with the SEC. Their biggest cash cow is the SEC.
Yeah.
So why financially, fiscally, would you not
support them? Yeah.
Now, what I've never understood is they also make money off the Big 12. They do. They've, thrown it to the side a lot, but they make money off the Big 12. That's one of your partners as well, just not near as lucrative
as the SEC.
As the Southeastern Conference, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what I loved to see yesterday, and I know you're in the same boat, we've seen so many of these ESPN people. And I've talked about my frustrations with this YouTube TV thing. ESPN, by the way, still bleeding $5 million a day, which you will pay for that. You will pay for it in bumps up in cost in the future.
They'll recoup what they've lost.
Yes, all this $5 million a day that they're losing in this dispute with YouTube TV, that's going to come back on the consumer.
Always does.
Yes. So I'm extremely frustrated with all this, and ESPN, neither party is perfect, but ESPN is absolutely the one that deserves the majority of the blame.
They're greedy.
They are greedy, but Pat McAfee, who goes against the grain, and I know you're not a huge Pat McAfee guy, but yesterday he basically stands up to one of his employers and says he's tired of this. He's tired of it. All the other ESPN people, Stephen A. Smith, all these others are tweeting out this link. Scott Van Pelt, they're tweeting out this link of
a bunch of people that I like on.
Yeah,
like
I'm a big Scott Van Pelt guy.
Scott, I like Phil Yates. I mean, all of them that are who's who on ESPN, with the exception of him, was tweeting out, sign this petition.
Yeah, sign this petition against YouTube TV.
Against YouTube.
Basically, the brass at ESPN tells these guys to do that. Pat McAfee's like, no, just get this figured out.
Yeah.
You two sides need to get this figured out. And I thought, good for him.
It's kind of sloppy of ESPN to do that, to put it on.
It is.
The spotlight people of their network to use their platforms to preach for essentially bashing YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
When in reality, it's the people that are higher up than all those media personalities, and the same on the YouTube. It's the higher ups on the YouTube up in those boardrooms and stuff, figuring out prices and what the common ground is. It's not the media heads that should be doing that.
No, I honestly think it's kind of a desperation move of losing $5 million a day type of thing. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. I hate all of this. This is just like when we get into – I mean, this is the ugly, ugly side of sports, the business side, when billionaires are arguing with each other. And it's like when we get into these near lockouts or lockouts in pro sports.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to sit here and listen to billionaires argue with millionaires. We want our entertainment. We, the common folk.
Us little folks want.
We want our entertainment. And when people can't get this crap figured out, we're the ones that suffer. Again, all this money ESPN's bleeding right now will come back on the consumer.
Well, ESPN's losing a lot, but I will say on the other side of that, YouTube has lost.
They've lost a lot of subscribers.
Tons of subscribers, because there are other platforms you can get out there and be able to get ESPN.
Which is what ESPN's point is.
Well, that's what they're doing, is saying that you need us more than we need you. So.
It is the bottom line. I mean, and I'm one of those that I want to hold firm, but I also want to be able to watch College Gameday tomorrow too.
Yeah.
And that's where it's such a pain in the butt, all of it.
It's a huge decision.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Chois, Woodman, Matt Estenson here in the First United Bank studio. Ben Poorman across the way. Y'all keep the comments rolling in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Return to some of that here in just a little bit. Right now, let's get to a question.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Brought to you by someone not named Jamie and presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
All right, fellas, our fine listening audience. Before the season, at Big 12 Media Days, it was asked to Joey McGuire, I think on the morning drive, can't remember when. It was asked, what defines a successful season this year? And before the season, it was playing in Arlington. That was his answer. Playing in the Big 12 Championship. Not necessarily winning it, but playing in the Big 12 Championship. That's somewhere you've never been before.
Okay.
I want you to tell me what your answer would have been before the season and what your answer is right now. What defines a Texas Tech, a successful season for Texas Tech at this point? Now that you've seen 9 games of the year.
feel like I have two answers.
Okay.
Actually, I take that back because one to me would trump a playoff win.
Okay. Playoff win.
For me now, after seeing what this team is and who they are, a playoff win is what I think would make this a successful season, because the way the season lays out to me is that you win out, you win the Big 12 championship, you host, and you win that first game for sure, which moves you into the final 6 teams in the country, which that is success on a Texas Tech level bigger than we've ever experienced, and it's not close.
Okay.
So the question was, what was your prediction as to what would make this season successful?
Yeah, before the season, what would you have said would have made this a successful season? And right now, what do you say?
So as you were saying this, it made me reflect all throughout the season, and actually before the season, when a guy that Joey greatly admires, the great theologian Josh Pate, said that
he's in town right now, by the way.
That's true, and he said on Dallas's sports radio station that it would absolutely be a disappointment if they didn't reach Arlington, and that was my standing prior to the season starting.
Yeah.
But now I'm in Matt's camp, but I also say still dominate defensively, even though you still have Skylar Gill-Howard out, and the secondary could improve just a little bit more. Yeah, you have Bryce Pollock, who's leading the Big 12 in interceptions, but I can see offenses, when you reach the playoffs, try to pick apart this back end for the Red Raiders. So, yeah, you want to get to Arlington. Yeah, you want to reach the playoffs, have a playoff berth, and I'll go as far as to winning a playoff game, maybe even going to the second round, like going to the Rose Bowl, going to the Sugar Bowl, going to all these prestigious names that we've seen in the history of college football. But I'm a ante up by saying improve on the improve, but at the same time bring the secondary level up to where the front seven is just wreaking havoc, getting to the backfield, dropping in coverage whenever they need to, and yes, reach Arlington and take advantage of this playoff berth while you can.
So you think you need a win for it to be successful?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I didn't think we'd all have the same answer, but that's what it is. Mine before the season was the same as Jerry Maguire's. Get to new territory, which is play in the Big 12 championship game. Right now, it is clear that Texas Tech is the best team in the Big 12. You are, and you get a chance to go prove that this weekend, and you'll get another chance to prove it in Arlington if you win this weekend. If you lose this weekend, the clarity obviously goes away on that, and my statement is inaccurate, but I believe it, and it's shown in 8 out of 9 games this year that you are the best in the league. So with that, I also think you're one of the best in the country, and you should, as it sits right now, you should be hosting a playoff game. You should be hosting a playoff game.
It's huge.
And if you're hosting a playoff game, I expect you to win a home game. Nice. I expect you to win. If you're in Lubbock, Texas for a playoff game, we're sitting here talking about the atmosphere you're going to have right now. Somehow it's going to be an even bigger atmosphere if you host a playoff game. Somehow. Because I expect tomorrow to be one of the craziest Saturdays at Jones Stadium we've ever witnessed. Absolutely expect that. I mean, I still am just – I'm watching these videos of Raiderville and just in awe. It's amazing to see. It looks like someone compared it to Bourbon Street last night. That's what it looks like when you're looking down at the walkway, the pathway between the Sports Performance Center and the south end zone there.
Thought it more looked like San Francisco with tents everywhere.
Well, San Francisco, Austin, yeah. But I mean, seriously, it's
the atmosphere,
body to body everywhere.
Yeah, it's
last night at 1 a.m.
I can't imagine a playoff game because I I can. I think it would be what you're seeing. I think this is a playoff atmosphere, truth be told.
It
I
is.
don't.
I mean, you've got two
I don't know if it would
playoff
be
teams right now.
any crazier for the public, but it would be for the players because it is a legit win or go home kind of mindset.
Yeah,
but you got to get there. I hate that we're.
I know, but that's the deal. Is like I have to stop and tell myself too, and I'm one of the more positive people to annoy some people. Just how positive I am. I'm overly optimistic. I get it. That's not everybody's cup of tea, but I still have to tell myself enjoy this. Like enjoy every bit of this. Don't stress over.
You need to be the mediator between ESPN and YouTube and just show them like this is what you're missing. Show this to everybody.
Guys.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would do in that role.
They don't.
I just get ticked off at both of them.
They'd be like, "Oh, you're not the SEC. We don't."
Dead gummit. No, I think. I do have to tell myself enjoy this, because again, 17 years since you've had a game like this. I didn't think it would be 17 years when I was sitting in Jones Stadium in 2008 till you have another game like this.
Yeah. Do you more of a direct question for the game? Do you have any fears about tomorrow?
Oh, sure.
And not just like I don't ask that just like hey, BYU could win. That of course that's part of sports. Somebody could always win the team you don't want for to win, but what path would BYU have if I was to ask you that? What if you could draw out a path right now for BYU to come into Jones and beat the Red Raiders, how would you draw that up?
I am very hesitant to say this out loud.
Well, I think that the coaches in their coaching room
no, because I don't actually believe in jinxes, but still,
oh, God.
If number 2 goes down, I mean that's it right there.
Did you read my mind?
No, but we're in lockstep on that. I know
that is 100%.
But that's not just for tomorrow. That's for your season. It is. If you can't keep Baron Morton upright. Now that you don't have the crutch, you don't have the crutch, and it's not a shot at Mitch Griffiths, but I mean, seriously, if you can't keep number 2 upright, then it makes things scary, not just for tomorrow, but also for the rest of your season, and all of these hopes and dreams we're spouting off here. So
he's got to keep himself upright.
Absolutely, he does. Offensive line needs to, and this is a good defensive unit that they're going up against. BYU is no slouch. The Tech's been good on both sides of the ball all year long. If this game is straight up and both teams play to the best of their ability or play a strong game, a good game, Texas Tech's the better team.
Yeah, all day.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's a Friday afternoon. Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Choice, Matt, Ben with you. We're on TV. Hi, Fox 34 News Now. YouTube, Fire Stick, lots of ways to take us in however you're doing so. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday afternoon. Y'all keep your comments, questions, reactions of all sorts, score predictions, just about anything welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Take that app anywhere with you. Even listen in if you're out in Eureka, Nevada. Sounds like an apt place. We have covered a lot of territory over the first couple of hours. We've talked a lot of Red Raiders and BYU. We'll get into, we've talked a lot of surrounding the game. Haven't talked about the game itself that much. We'll dive into that a little bit more here in the third hour of our normal most interesting facts of the day. Matt brings us Tell Me I'm Wrong in 30 minutes. Your first go at that, right?
It's been a while.
Okay, it's been a while.
Yeah.
We'll keep taking your thoughts on the chat line. Someone says, people are saying they're listening. Someone says, but this is the best of the radio shows. Thanks for texting in, Mom. Bullfighter says dad jokes were like the Broncos' offense last night. Ouch. Woodman, don't you think the middle linebacker for the Central Bobcats would look good with a double T? Well, friendship made him look good last night, that's for sure. Another text. Time to add a second deck to the Jones. I don't know we're into full second deck territory, but you know what? If you're going to just win at a high level and if tickets are going to be in such high demand they cost $400 a pop, then maybe it is time to add a second deck. Should count the fat cats in the south end zone as 2 people. I guess I don't think that's how the count works, but could work it. Panhandle Raider says, give a shout out to Recycler listening to us. Shout out Recycler, whoever you are. Thanks for listening. Places are already busy. You said you were going to avoid grocery stores tonight. I should have. I think we've got to go to. I think we had made plans. Oh yeah, we'll go get some grocery stores. Places are already busy. Stood in line at the RRO to buy white clothes for the game tomorrow. Dang stripe out. Had plenty of red and black clothes, but KH had to go red and white. Does Kirby Hokut? I was having to figure out who KH is.
I did too. I read it and I was like, oh.
Does Kirby Hokut get a cut of sales to do this? Guess he's trying to get money for apparel to make up what he's losing in tortilla sales. First, I'm not 100% certain on this, but I'm pretty sure Kirby Hokut has nothing to do with the stripe out. I think that would probably be more.
Or the tortillas.
Well, he does have to.
No. Yeah.
He had to stop that. But the stripe out, I don't think he's making the decision on that. I like the stripe out, but I think they're just trying to make it look cool on TV. That's what it really is about, right? Or in the stadium.
I'm not
on
a fan
TV.
of stripe outs.
You know,
I like the full color outs.
I'm
like
fine
a black out or a white out. I like that.
I'm good with any of them. I think they look good when done well.
Yeah.
All of them do. But no, Kirby Hokut doesn't get a cut of the sales on that. You don't have any white tech gear? I'm not judging. Just
I don't.
Asking. You don't?
Red and black.
All red and black, huh? No gray?
Mm-mm.
I think I have all 4 of the colors, but you know. No, nobody's getting cuts of that. It is good for the economy, I guess, the local economy for those sorts of things, because those companies are doing some pretty massive sales this weekend. And you know, this is going to be a little sexist of me. That's okay to say, right?
Sure.
Okay. It's
already out there.
You approved it.
Yeah. Well,
so before you even know what I say. And you know all the women out there are like, when you have a stripe out or a white out or anything, they're like, well, yeah, I've got something white, but I need something new.
of course.
I was like, I got to go get a new white tech shirt. That one was what I wore last year. So maybe that's just my household.
It's not your household.
Okay.
As you were saying that, you know what I was really thinking? Probably not even on topic of sports, is like, how much sales would Amazon drop if the ladies couldn't shop? The company would tank.
Would. You have
That's what I was thinking.
Do you have an everyday
packages
delivery?
every day. Oh yeah.
I was about to say,
yeah. I see the drivers every day.
Know the drivers by name. Yeah.
Every single day.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's wild. All right, y'all keep those comments coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Score prediction, 41-17 Texas Tech.
Yes. There's one.
Was that yours?
No.
Yours was
45.
45-17.
But it's another 40 part.
But timeout. This is our same texter that was saying, oh gosh, we're talking about a blowout. This is the same texter, and he texted in a blowout
Let's
score.
go.
Or she. I don't know what
It's still huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. Yeah. I'm saying, like, they're
jumping on the train. We've got room on the hype train. Jump now. It's departing tomorrow at 11. Get on.
How do we get to that? How do we get that blowout score?
I think
Because
you're going to start fast tomorrow. I firmly believe that. They
have started slow several.
We've
games.
had a lot of
BYU
slow starts.
Has. Well, BYU.
BYU, but so is Texas Tech. But it's been allowed. But that's
we've had
early
slow offensive starts.
Yes. I think tomorrow your offense starts fast. Like I've said it from the start of this week that I think Barron will be on his absolute A game. He's going to come out. When you have Dickey running the ball like he's done, and then you've got Jacoby Williams as well, I think that we've seen it early in the season. It's going to set up your passing to be a lot of 15-yard, 8-yard slants that open up for 20 yards because once those guys on the outside, Virgil, Douglas, all them, when they get the ball, they're just too quick.
Yeah.
And they're going against a defense who, in their last 2 games prior to the bye, have allowed more than 450 yards of total offense.
Yes, BYU's given up some yards.
Right.
They've given up yards, and they've given up points to teams that are nowhere near the scale of the Red Raiders offense. And then there's a reason that the points of 10.5, well, it was 10.5, but now it's jumped up. That shouldn't happen when you're playing a higher ranked team.
It's not supposed to.
I can understand if Tech was a 3-point favorite because you're at home.
Yeah.
But you're jumping up close to 2 touchdowns.
You're getting in
on a team that is ranked above you and undefeated.
Look, I
think it starts with the offense coming out hot, and I think it comes out. It wouldn't shock me if the end of the first quarter tomorrow, you're sitting with 17 points already on the board, 21 points. I mean, I think it's going to be your first few drives are going to be touchdowns, and they're going to be quick.
If you get those kind of points early with your defense, man, you put BYU in some sort of hole.
Yeah,
with a freshman quarterback on the road.
I feel fairly confident if I had to put a bet that 14 points is getting put up in the first quarter, but it won't shock me to see the 17 or the 21 points.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the margin of victory for Tech has not been under 23 all season.
All season.
That is correct.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.